Some people stand in a crowd and still feel different without trying to be noticed. It is not loud confidence or rare talent that separates them. It is something subtle shaping their reaction before anyone sees results. Their mindset quietly influences how they think, recover, and respond to pressure. Psychology says your brain filters reality through repeated thoughts patterns. Most people never question those patterns. Small thinking habits slowly create large identity differences. Over time, invisible mental habits separates you from the crowd in ways that feel natural and almost effortless to others, watching from the outside. Your mindset is built from repeated mental habits, and those habits shape behavior more than motivation ever will. Behavioral science shows what you think consistently becomes automatic, and what becomes automatic defines identity. The crowd often shares similar fear based reactions and comparison patterns. When you think habits shift, your reactions shift. When reactions shift, long term results begin to look different in visible ways. Habit number one, reframing failure as feedback. One separating habit is reframing failure as feedback instead of identity. Research shows people who treat mistakes as information activates problem solving areas of the brain rather than threat responses. Your brain wants to protect you from pain, so it labels failure as proof you are not capable. That reaction is a survival mechanism designed to protect social standing. Psychology says when you reinterpret mistakes as lessons, your prefrontal cortex stays engaged. You remain calm, curious, and solution focused. Over time, this habit builds resilience while others stay stuck fearing embarrassment and judgment. Habit number two, leaning into discomfort consistently. Another separating habit is leaning into discomfort instead of escaping it. Your brain prefers familiarity because it conserves energy and feels predictable. That is why avoidance feels temporarily relieving. Behavioral science explains that discomfort activates your stress response, which the mind reads as danger. Most people retreat immediately. When you repeatedly choose hard conversations and challenging tasks, you retrain your nervous system. Psychology says gradual exposure reduces fear. This habit expands your comfort zone steadily while others remain confident within familiar limits. Habit number three, pausing before assuming negative intent. A third separating habit is pausing before assuming negative intent. Humans carry a negativity bias, meaning your brain scans for rejection faster than acceptance. Research shows this evolved because belonging once meant survival. If someone responds late or seems distant, your brain may assume something is wrong. When you pause and consider other explanations, you interrupt that automatic fear response. Psychology says this strengthens emotional regulation. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond thoughtfully. This habit protects confidence and reduces unnecessary anxiety in relationships. Habit number four, practicing sportive self talk. Another mindset habit that separates you is practicing sportive self talk. Your internal dialogue shapes emotional state and performance daily. Psychology says repeated negative self talk increases stress hormones and weakens motivation. Behavioral science shows self compassion activates safety circuits in the brain, improving resilience. When you speak to yourself like a supportive coach instead of a harsh critic, your nervous system feels secure enough to improve. This stabilizes confidence. Over time, this habit builds emotional strength while others remain trapped in self criticism cycles. Habit number five, defining success by growth, not validation. The fifth separating habit is defining success by growth instead of validation. Your brain associates approval with safety, which is why praise feels powerful. Research shows validation triggers dopamine, But dopamine fades quickly. When motivation depends on recognition, it becomes unstable. When you measure progress by learning and discipline, drive becomes internally regulated. Psychology says intrinsic motivation lasts longer than external rewards. This habit reduces jealousy and comparison, allowing steady and focused personal progress. If you recognize yourself in these habits, that awareness matters. Change does not require dramatic transformation. Psychology says small, repeated shifts create lasting neural change. Start with one habit and practice it consistently. The way you train your mind today is shaping who you become tomorrow.